It's me, Terry, the Yarn Joy podcast. Welcome back to another Crafting with Friends. So I have been working on the Around the Bases blanket, and I finished part 7. I'm sitting here looking at it. Of course, Teddy decided he wanted to get up in my lap for a little bit of attention for a few minutes. So he is really looking toward the front door back around that way because there was an Amazon truck that stopped. Didn't come here, but he is going to be coming here in a little bit, I think. My husband ordered some stuff. But anyway, he heard the truck outside and he was thinking that it was going to, somebody was coming up to the door. And then he heard the mailman drive by. And so he's kind of on alert right now to see. Anyway, now that he's getting ready to get down now, I think. You gonna get down? Here, get down. There, okay. Okay, you may see him there in the background going back and forth. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and show you my blanket now that he's out of my lap. Okay, so I finished part 7, which according to the pattern is called the 7th inning. But anyway, it was this crossover pattern right there. You see that? I had to do like 3 different rows of rows. I guess it's a 2-row thing because you do a 2-row pattern. You do a single crochet and then you do this crossover stitch, which is pretty fun to do. I enjoyed doing it once I got the hang of it. I had kind of forgotten how to do it. And my shirt's all coming up. I had forgotten kind of how to do it. And so there is some tutorials that show you the different stitches. I can't remember her name. I want to say her name is Laura, but I might be wrong. But it's all in a nutshell is the YouTube channel, and she actually does a demonstration of all these stitches. I guess she worked with the designer and got her permission and everything. And so I had to actually go to her channel and watch her make this stitch because I couldn't remember how you did the crossover part. Couldn't remember if it was from the front or from the back, you know. And so I had to watch that, and they're very good tutorials, and so I got the hang of it. And then after that it was fine. It was just a repeat, and I did change colors in the order of the colorway for each one. And they were actually supposed to line up. See how this lines up with this one, which was right. This third one was supposed to line up right above here. And I didn't even notice that it wasn't lining up until I got to, let's see, it's a square blanket, so it's got 4 sides. I think I had done 3 sides already and had 1 side to go. And then I was looking at the written instructions again, and I saw that I had missed a little part of it because I was just thinking, oh, it's just a repeat of the same the same pattern, and it wasn't actually. It was just a little bit different. They had you do 2 double crochets in the beginning, and then before you started this pattern. And if I would have done that, then that pattern would have lined up, you know, right above these other ones. But I did not want to. Oh, and then the other 2, because this crossover thing is a set of 4 stitches, and so to make up those other 2 stitches, you put 2 stitches at the end of the row, 2 double crochets. Anyway, the stitch count was lining up. I mean, what I was getting as far as the stitch count per side was fine, perfect. But all they did is they divided one of those 4 double crochet groups and did 2 in the beginning and then 2 at the end of the row. That way you would have the same stitch count. But anyway, I didn't do that. So my pattern doesn't line up exactly, but I'm not going to pull out. After like I said, I had done 3 sides. I was not going to pull it all out to do that, to redo it. So, oh well. I took creative, what do you call that? Creative license, or I don't know. Anyway, made it my own. So there you go. So this is the whole thing so far. I did lay it out, and I'm still having a little issue with it being blousy right here in the middle where it's not laying flat. All these rows here are laying flat, well, rounds, except for now this section, those were all those back post single crochets I had to do. It makes this little ridge here that stands up on its own. You see, can you see it from the side? Yeah, sort of. Anyway, but I think as I go along past that and get more rounds added to it, I think it'll kind of calm down and lay down. I mean, it's still gonna be a textured thing where it's gonna be raised, but anyway, I'm liking it. Like I said, it is baggy in the middle though. It's not gonna lay completely flat, so not that I'm gonna be laying it out really flat anyway when I'm using it or whatever, but anyway. I really like the colorway. My husband likes the colorway. He says, "Oh, those colors just work real well together." And I said, "Well, I didn't put them together. You're coordinating them. I'm using a cake, you know, with all the colors in it. In fact, here is the last part of my cake. It's all coming apart. Since it's floppy, I've actually gone ahead and I am gonna go ahead and roll up all these separate colors. So I've got this left, and then I've got in my bag over here, I've got some balls of the colors. So I still don't know for sure how far those colors are gonna go, you know, how far I'm gonna get before I run out, because that's the end of it. The yarn that I'm using is a Karen Big Cake, and it is in the colorway Cherry Cake, and I had 3 cakes of it, and so this is my 3rd cake right here. So I'm just going, following this pattern until I don't know. I had a thought though. Okay, well, let me finish my sentence. I was gonna say that I was gonna go until I just run out of yarn, and then that will just be as big as this will get. But then I had a thought, well, I'll see. I'll see how far I can get and how big it is at that time. But then I was even thinking, well, maybe I could continue on with this, but then just the rest of it, just use one color, maybe an off-white or something. I don't know if white, if that would look kind of weird or not. It probably wouldn't go with it. It'd have to be some sort of an off-white or a soft white or something. This color right here is not white. I don't know if it looks white on the camera, but it's not. It's actually a very pale, kind of a pink. It's got a pink tone to it, I guess you'd say, or pink shade, whatever. In fact, that's the color that's gonna go next in part 8, is I'm going to be using this pale pink. And I think the whole part of part 8, I'm gonna use that same color, because I've got quite a bit of this color, of this pale pink, because I've got just what's in here, but then I've also got some balls that I have wound up, you know, of that color also. So anyway, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so that is my news and my progress on this project. Now I think what I'll do is I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wind up some of these colors while we're talking. You know, I mean, I'm separating the colors. So let's see, what did we do this past weekend? My shirt is really bugging me because it keeps riding up. Okay, so Saturday, what did I do? Oh, Saturday I went to the my ladies craft group that I've been going to once a month. Well, I was going once a month. It's a once a month thing. It's like the second Saturday of each month. And but the last probably 2 or maybe even 3 months, I haven't gotten to go. It seemed like something always came up for some reason. So I did go this past Saturday, and I actually took, before, usually I have a Feel Better Friend doll that I'm working on, and I usually take that to work on while I'm there. But I decided to take this blanket because I wanted to make sure that I could get, get finished with that part 7. And so that's what I took this time. So that was good. It was, something different to take to work on. And I actually was there longer than usual. Usually I go, it's like from 9 to 3. I mean, that's how long the place that we're at, we meet at a church. It's like their fellowship hall or something. And it's open where we can go in there and use it from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., okay, for that day. And people kind of come and go. Usually, most people stay the whole entire time. Some people stay just a little while and then go, and that's what I had been doing. I usually would go, get there about 9 o'clock, and then I would stay till about noon or like 12:30 or until they break for lunch. And then usually I would just go. Well, this time I just decided to stay longer because I was having such a nice visit with everybody. And I just thought, no, I'll go ahead and stay. And so I did, and it was fun. Right around noon-ish, something like that, everybody decides that, we all decided on a place to eat. And then usually we will order like food to go, and then one lady will go and pick up all the orders and bring them back to where we're at. And then we all eat together. We pull up some tables and pull our chairs up to the table away from our crafting things so we won't get anything dirty. And then we all eat and visit, and then once we get finished eating, then we go back and craft for a couple hours more or whatever. So that's what I did. We all decided to get Jason's Deli, which I've never had Jason's Deli before. And so it was real convenient though, because at first I'm like, oh, I don't have the correct cash or whatever. Because some people, they give the lady that's picking it up, they'll give her the order and they'll give her the cash to get the stuff. But then my friend was like, well, you can get the app and order it online and then pay for it, with your debit card or whatever, and then just have it, put a notation that this person is going to pick it up. And so that's what I did. And so, so it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I got a lot of work done on my blanket. So that's good. Okay, so I got the gray all balled up out of that cake, and so now I'm going to do this pale pink. I'm just going to continue on here. So that's what I did Saturday, and then I came home, and what else did we do? I'm trying to think. My husband was here, but he had some things that he was working on. He was working, arranging things in the garage, and then he had to go run a couple of errands, and then he wanted to get his truck washed, and he did that. And so he had some things he was going to do, and so he said, go ahead and stay as long as you want, and so I decided to go ahead and stay, and I left it was 2:45, it was almost 3 o'clock when I left. So anyway, I enjoyed it. And let's see, what else did I do? Like I said, I came home, and trying to think. I just threw something together for dinner. Well, it was later before I had to make dinner. But anyway, I can't remember what we ate. I think maybe we had a frozen pizza or something. I just whipped up. So that's what we did over the weekend. It was good. It was fun and productive, and I enjoyed it. Let's see. What else? Well, today's Monday. You're seeing this. Well, you will see this Tuesday, just like last week. I'm filming it on Monday, but today is my Monday. So I worked on laundry today. I've already got one load completely done, and then I have another load. I don't know if I will do it today. A lot of times I'll split it up and do one on Monday, one on Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see. I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so that's one reason I'm filming this today. Because on my Tuesday, I have a doctor's appointment, and so I wanted to at least get this video filmed ahead of time. You will see it regular, on Tuesday. But Yeah, but the doctor's appointment, it's just a checkup with my internist. And so I'm anxious to see what she's going to say about my weight loss. Of course, she knows because she's the one that referred me to the nutritionist, or that started me on this weight loss journey. And so the last time I saw her, I had lost about 9 pounds or something. I had just started basically. And so since then I've lost some more. So, we'll see what she says. But anyway, so I have that tomorrow. I'll just check up, you know. And then, what else? Oh, I need to film my Tuesday tidbits. I have a plan to do, I even thought about maybe filming it today, which is my Monday, but you'll see it Tuesday. I might film part of it. I'm not sure. But you will be seeing both of these videos. I mean, they will both be posted the same day, which is on Tuesday. Sorry, all that Monday and Tuesday and my Monday and my Tuesday. I hope all that's not confusing you. Anyway, I have a topic for the Tuesday tidbits. Oh, I just got my pink balled up. Now I'm onto some purple here. Yeah, Kayla of Llama Mama Kayla, if you've been watching her, which I hope you have because she's great. She's just awesome. She is setting up one of her, when her son moved out, you know, she talked about she wanted to turn his bedroom into a yarn room. And so, but it's been a while, and she's just now getting to the point where she's getting things arranged and put in there. And so last couple of videos she has released, she's arranging her yarn in her yarn room. It looks wonderful, by the way. And so she had sent me a message on Instagram asking me if I had any suggestions on how to organize her yarn, you know, stuff like that. And I said, well, instead of, to me, arranging and organizing your yarn, that's a personal thing, you know? I mean, it's whatever works for you is the way you should do it. And so, whatever works for you, whatever is pleasing to your eye, you know, that's the way you should do it. Okay, so I had just told her that I could tell her how I organize mine, but I thought, well, I'd have to type out this long thing, you know. I was thinking, oh, it's going to take too long to try to put into words, you know, the way I organize my yarn. And not that it's like super organized. That's another thing. I've been doing some, not research, but I've been watching videos and things about organizing style. And I think I'm learning some things about myself. Anyway, that's another subject. But, so I said, well, maybe I'll just do a Tuesday Tidbits video, and I'll do a topic on my yarn organization. And she said, oh, that sounds great. So that's what I had planned to do. But then I thought, well, if I'm going to do that, I better get in there and straighten my yarn up a little bit. And because, you know, yarn organization is an ever evolving project, because, you know, I mean, once you use yarn, you move some yarn out, and then of course you buy more yarn and you move some more yarn in, and it's just kind of evolving. Or mine has evolved from the way I used to have my yarn. So I thought, well, I better get in there and kind of straighten things up and prepare to do that, to film a yarn organization video or whatever. Well, so I've been working on that today in there. Besides laundry, then like I said, my craft room is this way. So that's why I went like that. So yeah, so what I'm thinking I'm doing is, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, but it's in the morning, so I should have no problem, you know, filming the yarn organization in the afternoon, and then getting it posted. But I think I might, because I was thinking, well, how should I do it? And so I was thinking, well, maybe I'll do an intro video, and I'll do that maybe right after I do this one with me in this area right here, to do an intro video. And then then I will like cut away or whatever to the yarn organization video where I might even not be on the camera. Maybe I'll hold the camera and point, you know, you see my finger or something. I don't know for sure how I'm going to do it. But anyway, I hope that you enjoy it, however I do it. We will find out. Okay, so I've got my purple wound up. And now I am, there is a transition piece between the two colors because it does not just change from one color to another color. It has a little bit of a transition. And so I've been cutting that section out because it's just kind of a little section there that's got like two of the colors. Is not really like it's between purple and then it goes to this tan color. And so this little section is kind of a combination mashup, whatever, of purple and tan. And so when you lay it, you can kind of tell where it's changed. So I cut that part out, and then I cut it out until it gets more purely the tan color. And so that, you know, I'm not using that piece. Okay, I've got one more color to wind up here, this tan, and then all my colors for the remaining of this project will all be in ball form. Okay, so that's what's going on with that. I hope that wasn't a boring conversation about how I'm going to be doing a video. Oh, there goes Teddy again. And let's see, what else? Oh, I've been working on my sewing those squares and rectangles together, the Granny Square project. In fact, I still have it laying out. I laid it out on my table. On Thursday, I had shown a picture of the squares. I had taken a picture of the squares so then you could see them, you know, the way they're laid out on the table. And so it's still on the table, but it's over there. I am sewing them together, all the seams. So let me turn you can see, if I can turn you kind of smoothly here, you can see on the table. Oh, see, there it is. Whoop, sorry, that is something that made a noise on this frame. Let me get that off. Okay, sorry, that was a big clank. Okay, so as you can see right there on my table is the blanket. So there goes Teddy. Now I'm going to turn you back if I can here. Okay, sorry. I think you might have shook a little bit. Okay. So I'm about 2/3 of the way sewing those squares together, something like that. And I just stand at the table and you know, whip stitch them together instead of trying to lay them. It's easier to do that so it's kind of flat instead of trying to do it in my lap or anything. So I'm working on that. And since I'm finished with the crocheting part, well, not exactly. I mean, I'm going to seam them together and then I'm going to crochet around the whole entire thing, a single crochet round. So I've already talked about this Thursday. I'd already picked out a new scrappy blanket I want to work on, which is the Scrappy Steps blanket that Beth in Texas, that's her name, her channel name, she's got a tutorial for. I've made it before. In fact, this will be my 3rd time making it. And this cake is getting all tangled now. And so I want to start that as soon as I get get that seam together. I really want to start it now. I'm having to hold myself back because I need to finish that one up. I need to finish the other one first. But I have another blanket, scrappy blanket. I'm looking at the pattern. I have another one I really want to start also, and it's this one right here. It's called Slanted Stripes Afghan right there. It came from the Annie's Scrap Crochet Club. Now I wasn't, when the company was doing this club, it's not going on right now. This is discontinued club, I don't know what you call it. I did not get these, but I always wanted to, and so I bought this as a set. It has a box with all these little, it's not complete, I'm sure, but whoever was getting it, they got quite a few of these not issues, I don't know what you call it, patterns. And so I bought a set of these off of eBay because I always wanted it. But anyway, this pattern is in there. It's probably on the ePattern Central website where you can buy it individually. But anyway, it's a pattern. It's like you make, it's kind of like a, what they used to call those, mile a minute, but it's not a mile a minute, but it's the stripes. And so, but they're like diagonal type granny stitch. I don't know. I just thought it would be kind of neat. And you make it in strips, not stripes. You make it strips. Yeah, you make it in strips, and then you sew the strips together. That's why it's kind of like a mile a minute. But I was really wanting to try that out. So I don't know. I really don't want to do another one with squares. I was thinking, no, I want to do like a one-piece thing, because since I'm just finishing up that one that's got all the pieces to it. The dog is wanting out, as you can see. See him? Look at Teddy. Teddy! Teddy! Why are you wanting out right this minute? Oh, he's wanting out. I bet he sees a squirrel or something. Okay, hang on. I will edit this out. Hang on. Okay, so I had to let Teddy out. I guess he saw something. He had to go run and investigate. So anyway, as I was saying, I just want to say that I really want to work on this project, but then I want to start. I really want to start the Scrappy Steps blanket. So I don't know. I'm hoping that I will restrain myself and just start one at a time, because in my Tuesday Tidbits, which you're also seeing today, I am going to reveal what project that I will be working on as far as amigurumi project, which one I will be working on next, because last week I had presented 3 projects that they're Stitch Your Library projects, because they've been in my library for a long time, but also they are amigurumis, yeah. Amigurumis, Stitch Your Library. Anyway, I had asked if you wanted to vote which one of the 3 projects that I had presented to you, which one I will do first. And so I haven't tallied them up yet, because this is actually Monday when I'm filming this. But I'm real anxious to see. I kind of think which one is going to be winning the vote just by looking at the comments, but I haven't counted them up yet. But anyway, you will be finding out in the very next video when I post the Tuesday Tidbits. So it'll be that, and then I will talk about the winner, and then after that I will give a yarn tour. I think yarn organization tour. I think that's what I'm going to do. So stay tuned for that. And but now, as far as I do want to mention those amigurumis that you're voting on. I do plan on doing all 3 of them. But what I'm going to do is the most popular one, the one that got the biggest votes, I will do that first. And then the one came in second place, I'll do that second. And then the third place, I'll do that on third. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to go, because this is getting long. This is a long crafting with friends, and I didn't mean for it to be. But I get talking about and get excited about the things that I'm working on, and I can just chat a long time about it. Okay, I'm going to go. Everybody have a wonderful day. I hope you're, go ahead and check out my Tuesday Tidbits video also coming out today. And I hope you enjoy that one as well. Okay, I'm going to go. So everybody, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.